y'all. What's up? Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You know your boy gotta sing y'all some salutations. Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of What's the Will Deal. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you something real quick. And this is a serious topic. How many of my brothers in here have ever had that one uncle who swears he's never been sick a day in his life? You know the type. You ask him if he's ever been to the doctor and he says, for what? I got ginger ale in the fridge. Listen, I love ginger ale just as much as the next man, but that ain't curing depression, big dog. For real. It might cure a stomach ache, but it won't fix the ache in your soul. See, we grew up with this idea that if you're a black man, you can't cry, you can't hurt, you can't show weakness. They told us, man up! Stop acting soft. Push through. And while we're pushing through, we were breaking inside. Well, I came here tonight to tell you, we don't have to keep breaking to prove we're strong. We don't. See, the lie we've been told, the lie we've been living for generations now, we've been carrying trauma like it's part of our DNA, passed down like an heirloom. Pain from slavery, oppression, systematic racism, poverty, abuse, fatherlessness, heartbreak, you name it. And instead of being taught to heal, we were taught to hide. They told us, don't cry, son. Don't talk about it, man. Man up. Handle it like a G. But let me tell you something. Silence is not strength. It's suffering. And black men, you deserve more than silent suffering. My testimony, see, I see a therapist, and I'm proud. I'll go first. I see a therapist every other week. Yep, me, William West, senior class president, Navy veteran, father, entrepreneur, cook, chef, you name it. And I sit my butt on this phone every day via FaceTime. And you know what? It grounds me. When the world is spinning with expectations, when I feel the weight of being a black man, a leader, a provider, a protector, therapy is where I put that weight down. It's where I remind myself that I'm human first. It doesn't make me weak. It makes me whole. You just don't understand. The freedom of feeling, fellas. We've been conditioned to think emotions are enemies. That if we cry, we're less than a man. But listen, anger is emotion. So is love, so is joy, so is grief. So is hurt. We can't just pick and choose the acceptable emotions because what happens is we numb it all. We lose our ability to connect, to love fully, to live fully. Therapy gives us permission to feel again, to process the things we never could, to forgive people who hurt us, to forgive ourselves so that we're not taking it out on the next person. You know why this matters? Because unhealed men raise hurting families. Because boys who can't cry grow into men who can't connect. Because daughters of broken men carry pain they didn't deserve. But guess what? It can't stop with us. When we choose healing, we give our children a different inheritance. Not trauma, but tools. Not silence, but safety. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going. You get where I'm going with this. See, to every black man listening, try it. One session, one conversation. Give yourself permission to heal. And to the world watching us, stop shaming us for choosing therapy. Stop saying you soft when we choose to live, because seeking help doesn't mean we're weak. It means we're brave enough to break the chains our fathers and our grandfathers never could. So, what's the deal? Y'all wanna know what's the will deal? The deal is simple. Black man, black men, fathers, sons, brothers, uncles, it's okay to go to therapy. It's okay to say I'm not okay. It's okay to choose yourself, because here's the truth. We cannot build strong communities on broken men. We cannot heal the world if we are afraid to heal ourselves. So I stand here as a proud black man, proud father, proud veteran, proud leader, and a proud therapy goer. And I'll keep shouting it from the rooftops until every brother knows your mind matters, your peace matters, you matter. And I'm just so, with this subject, it gets to me because a lot of people, if you mention therapy to them, they want to start a whole argument. If you say, hey, I think you might need to go to therapy. What I need to go to therapy for? If somebody is telling you that, it's not to shame you. Because if I have a friend or someone that I love or I care about and I say, hey, maybe you should try therapy, that's coming from a place of love. I see the hurt. You might not think you're hurting, but I see it. Yeah, I might have just got out of graduated college, but I graduated with a psychology degree. Psychology has always been my niche. Helping kids with autism has always been my niche. Just as cooking, decorating, you name it. So, hear me when I say this. It's okay. I promise you. It's okay. Therapy is not the devil. Therapy is something that will heal you. It will give you the tools to feel more, to be yourself more. Because if your loved one, your friend, your colleague, if they come up to you and they see it, don't shut them down. Don't shut them out. If they say, hey, you've been pretty down for months. You know, maybe if it could be drinking. It could be suicide that they've seen. If they say, hey, try therapy, please, at least one session. Have one conversation. I promise you, it changes lives. I have done a full 360. And don't get me wrong, I've been going to therapy since 2013. I went from once every 6 months to every 3 months to every 2 months to every month. Then I felt myself losing control of myself or where I want to be or how I want to feel. And I went to every week. And by me going to every week, it helped me so much. I'm telling y'all, it really helped me so much. And I'm proud that now I can go every other week. And it's always something better, something more efficient. Like, okay, I was down this week. I might have had a couple problems. But, you know, the next appointment, which would be in 2 weeks, it's like, hey, I done graduated. Like, I went on a trip. I done talked here. I done helped here. I done started this. Like, that feeling is so, oh my God, it is so comforting. It really is. Because a lot of people hurt and they don't want to get the help they need. But they should. Trust me. Therapy has saved my life. I have done a complete 360. And I'm being so serious. This is coming from someone that we're going to talk about me. Because I'm good with where I'm at now. Because I'm in a better place. Yes, I've tried to commit suicide several times within a week's time. And hold on, before y'all say, oh my God. In 2005, when I came from visiting my dad, when they told me he was in the hospital and he was sick, I visited him. The day before I left to return to my duty station, I went to see him and he was like, man up, dry your tears, you good? I'm good, I'm all right. My dad used to always say, I'm all right. So, I'm like, okay. He said, on your next leave, we doing this, this, and this. And so, I'm excited. I'm ready. So I'm like, okay, I can go back to my duty station. And I can be the man my daddy raised me to be. But on that day that I returned to my ship, I barely made it across the quarterdeck before RP1 and the captain and my chief and everybody running up to me like, hey, we need to talk to you. Come to the chaplain's office. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing. This is my first duty station. I'm just now reporting. And when I walked in that room and to see the look on everybody's faces, I'm thinking I did something wrong. And that's when RP1 was like, your dad passed. And I'm like, nah, I just saw my dad. They were like, no, we're sending you back home because he passed away when you left. And at that moment, I ran out of that room, y'all. Because that was the single most thing that could ever hurt anybody in their life. Like, I ran out. I tried to jump over the ship. I tried to go overboard. I think it was like 4 times that day. Then they had me on watch 24/7 before I got back home. Then we're going to the copter for me to come back to the United States. I tried to jump out. So I know what suicide is like. I've been down there. I've seen those dark roads. And I sought therapy, but I stopped going. I did not return to therapy until after my first stroke on February 13th, 2011. February, March, 2 in April, and 1 in May. I had a total of 5 strokes. And I was at my lowest. Like, I was ready to go. I was ready to get up out of here. But what kept me was to see my baby brother come into that hospital room, and he saw me lying like that, and I remember he just broke out in tears, and that broke me. That broke me beyond anything I could ever imagine. And I did everything I can to return to me, to get back to me. I went to therapy for me. I felt it. I was told I needed therapy, but I wasn't trying to hear everybody else. But now I'm spreading awareness. Please, 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 please seek therapy. It will save lives. And yeah, I gotta stop here but as I always say, love the people. Do better. That's not on fear. That's on love. LOVE. You got me?